Do, do, do. Do. Oh. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Raindrops keep falling on my head, they keep falling because I'm free. That's worrying me. Maybe if I do that a little bit. There we go. That's kind of nice. It's kind of a nice little angle. It's kind of a nice little angle. Hello, Giovanni. Hello, Jersey boy. Hello, user. Judy. Oh. I was thinking about the raindrops keep falling on my head song. Who originally sang that? It's a song from my childhood. Hello, users squared, A. Hendricks, Russ Bus, Tompkins Shaw, KK, and we'll just kind of pause and reflect. Steven, Candy Disco, Chris, Jim, Annalisa, Andy, Alien Television, Chuck, Laura Lou, Mike Bouton, Beyond, Casey, Nana. Can somebody tell me who sang the song? Raindrops keep falling on my head. They keep falling. Da, 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 da. Reminds me of my childhood. And I don't know, I was listening to a lot of Sesame Street this morning. And I was up early, and I don't know if the song came on while I was watching Sesame Street or why it is going through my head right now, but I got the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, They Keep Falling, going through my head. Yes, I do. Hello, Tyson, Randolph, Liam, Lowe, Wendy, Miguel, Foxy, Marshall, S. Marshall, Jerry Lewis. It's kind of a nice view. We got a nice frame of trees behind me, kind of greenish yellow trees. Good morning, Wendy Jordan. Good morning, Teresa's Love and Austin Martin and Low T Nation and William Anderson. I'm feeling a little lazy today. I feel like just greeting people. You dummy beach. I feel like just greeting Scott Stiegel and David Harvey and Wendy Johnson. Foxy Jensen, thank you so much for following the live creator. I so appreciate when people follow my page. I have been on TikTok for just about 2 years, and I've had a volatile 2 years. And it may be Austin Martin. Thank you for following the creator. I've been it's been a volatile couple of years for me. It's probably been a pretty volatile life, and I've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And this show is called Coffee with Ken, and it is a show that I've been doing for about 4.5 years. And it's a show I have a lot of fun with. Good morning, Chris Dawson. And a show from Southern Indiana. Chris Dawson, we were considering moving to Southern Indiana a few months ago, just for kind of fun. Hello, Tracy Reeves and Deborah and Walker. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning. It is about 8:06. And it is, I think, pretty sure. Can't do that. It's October 24th. Happy Tuesday. As I was saying a moment ago, this is a show I've been doing for some time. We didn't really narrow it to a city, Chris Dawson. We're just kind of investigating places to live. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. And Naperville's a beautiful town of about 150,000 people, just under that. About 35 miles west of Chicago, and it's often up there on one of the best places to live and one of the best places to raise a family, and it's got an awesome downtown, and it's got a bunch of beautiful homes and a fair amount of beautiful trees. Hello, Wendy Lee. Come on in, Wendy Lee. Wendy Lee just asked or said she doesn't like coffee. How about tea? Wendy Lee, we don't discriminate here against non-coffee drinkers. Welcome with your tea. Welcome with your water. Welcome with your orange juice. Heck, if you want to have a Jack and Coke at this hour on a Tuesday morning, welcome just the same. Because again, we don't discriminate. We like our viewers, and we appreciate you hopping on and being part of our show. So anyway, where was I? Where was I? We were considering moving a bunch of different places, kind of for fun, maybe in Dreamland. But again, I live in Naperville, and Naperville's a really nice town, and it's got great schools, and we got a lot of kids, so it might be tough to move. But from time to time, we like to dream about other states and what we could afford in other locations. And, maybe this house that I'm sitting outside of might sell for $550,000 here in Naperville. And we like to think, wow, what could that get us in southern Indiana, or, I don't know, somewhere, Arkansas or Iowa or what have you. And, I don't know, sometimes fun to hop on one of the real estate websites and wonder what you could buy, and wonder how life would be if we lived in a quieter place, and lived in the country and owned 10 acres and could walk out our door and, I don't know, go through the woods and let our dog run free, and, I don't know, ride a snowmobile or a ATV, or do that kind of sort of stuff. So good morning, Sandra Lynn. It is a beautiful morning. We could build you a home for that. I bet you could, Chris Dawson. I have my wife's watching right now. She might hook up with you and see what type of home you could build for us. We were realtors. I was a realtor for 17 years, and I left that almost 1 year ago. It'll be at about this time 1 year ago. I was just about giving my last couple hurrahs, my last couple efforts, my last couple tries at staying in the real estate business. And I was tired of it, and I was tired of everything about it, to be honest with you. I think I only enjoyed the occasional, hello, Shrink Wrap, thank you for the rose. Good morning to your hubby and you and that cute little puppy that you have. Hello, Bizkits. Long story. We could show us our home. Where was I? About a year ago. I was kind of on my last hurrah, and I was working with an active buyer. And I kind of said in my mind, I go, I've been doing this 17 years, and I've done fairly okay. And I was working with a buyer who wanted to buy a home, but was thinking he might wait till spring. And we were looking at homes, and we were going out and checking out homes every week or so. And I kind of said in my mind that if he buys a home between now and the end of the year, I'll stay in the business. And if he doesn't, I'm gone. And he didn't buy a home. And he actually didn't, he ended up closing on a home this springtime, or maybe early summer, or what have you. And although, at the time every home we looked at, I was thinking maybe this will be the one, maybe this is the one. I think God works in his ways, and I don't think I was meant to be in real estate any longer. And he didn't buy a home last year, and I didn't renew my license at the beginning of the year. And this year hasn't been an easy one for me, but it's a learning experience and been a great one. And I think I'm going to look back on the last couple of years with a lot of pride at how I made it through the last few years, and kind of did it with a smile on my face most days. Not every day, but most days. And I took a job in February at a super target. I needed cash. I needed to have a purpose and a meaning, and I worked as a shelf stocker at a super target here in the Naperville area for 7 months, and did that and enjoyed a lot of aspects about that, and probably didn't enjoy some of the aspects about it. and left that a couple months ago. And while I'm keeping my eyes open for opportunities and things that could help move our lives and our family and benefit us in various ways, I'm plowing forward with content creation because I've done a lot of things in my life. I've done a lot of different jobs, and I've tried a lot of different things. And I watch when I talk to my phone, and it sounds funny when I say that, when I talk to my phone, because it's more than just me talking to my phone. Obviously, I'm talking to an audience. You know, there's 48 people watching now, but by the time I put these videos around, I get 10,000 people watching almost every video, and that number continues to grow, and that feels good. And I have a lot of life experiences, and I've had issues with anxiety and depression and mental health and family issues and relationship issues and financial issues and really high highs and really low lows. And I think by sharing my life experiences in a way that I can, I think it helps other people. And that feels really good. And I think if you help enough people and I've been going to church a lot the last couple of years, and started doing it shortly before COVID, but during COVID kind of lost touch, as a lot of us did, with the world and some things that are important to us. And about 2 years ago, I started going back to church, and a few months ago, they were talking about what a disciple of God is. And a disciple of God is somebody that hears God's message and does what he says. And it's going to sound crazy to those of you that don't believe in this stuff, but that's too bad. I think God has pushed me in this direction and tells me every day to get up and do my videos and hopefully make a difference in this world. Because a lot of what I was doing in prior lives, I tried to be the best realtor I could for 17 years, and I tried to make a difference and tried to help people, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I didn't feel like I was following my divine purpose, if you believe in that sort of thing, and I do. And I certainly didn't feel it as a stockbroker or anything else I did. But by talking to you guys and sharing my experiences and my stuff, I think I make a difference, and I guarantee I'm making a difference. It feels good. But anyway, hello, Sandy Shepard. For those that have been watching a while, that was my longest introduction yet, but because I've been up since 4 in the morning. I've been up since 4 in the morning. God blessed me with 4 kids. I have 2 older girls from a first marriage that are beautiful young ladies and growing up so quick. And one's a senior in high school and one's a freshman in high school. And I have 2 little babies here. One's 2.5 and one just turned 1. And my 1-year-old started fussing this morning at 4 o'clock. And I'd fallen asleep before my wife had, and I decided I was ready to go, and I got up with her and had been up since 4. First thing I do before, just for the record, before changing any diapers or getting bottles or anything, is I get the coffee pot started. I got the coffee maker started, let my baby kind of scream in the living room, padded room, safe, can't hurt herself. It's like, hey, Eve, I'm up early with you. I'm starting the coffee. It's the only thing besides my love of you that's gotten me here today. So after I get the coffee pot started, I don't know, tend to Eve's needs, change the diaper, let out Holly. And by that time, usually the coffee's just about ready. But I've already had a pot plus of coffee today. So I'm somewhat hesitant to start with you. Hello, Joey Disco Thrift. Shrink Wrap wants me to describe the kids' personalities. I'd say my oldest is a lot like me. She's got a big heart, but she's kind of a natural worrier. She cares a lot, sometimes I think to our own detriment, and worries about things and worries about other people and worries about life a lot. And but she's a beautiful girl. My next, I think, has just a natural sunshiny personality and disposition. She always, I think, found life fairly easy to her. She's got a big smile. People kind of come to her naturally, and she's athletic and uh, good at all sorts of things, gymnastics and school and what have you. And my oldest one's good at everything as well. My 2.5-year-old's my little nugget of love. He's sometimes cuddler. He's got Down syndrome, if anyone cares. But he's a beautiful little angel that has taught me a lot about life and a lot about love and a lot about, I don't know, looking at the world in a different sort of way, and a kinder sort of way, and in the moment sort of way. And he has been so key into me getting through the last few years in a way that only he could. And I often said that God gave him to me because I needed him, and I did. My fourth child her name's Eve. She just turned 1 a little over a week ago. She's a talker, and she makes noises and is always looking around, knocking over things, going, uh-oh, and making kind of squealing and crawling around. And she's not quite as much of a cuddler, but she's a lover, and she's a smiler, and she'll see me smiling at her, and she'll smile back, and she'll crawl up, and I want to hold her and hug her, and she's just too much of a busybody to hang out with Dada that long, because she'll kind of give me some love and a smile and a laugh, and then she'll be off to her next adventure, and I don't know, knocking over blocks or doing whatever she wants to do. And it is love overload, and it's nice to again, I'm 55 years old. I don't know, I always like being a dad, and I've never been that bothered by changing diapers or and I honestly feel I missed out a lot on fatherhood because I got divorced when my first kids were pretty young, and that was really, really hard for me. And having 2 little ones again is a blessing, even though maybe at 4 in the morning it's hard to remember that it's a blessing, because you're thinking you're nice and warm and cuddly in bed, and you know your baby girl's not going back to sleep, and your wife needs some more sleep. So I don't know. You do what you do. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. And usually I'm out here with my coffee with Ken cup and my carafe, my big pitcher of hot coffee. But today, since I've already had over a pot of coffee, I decided to bring out my purple Yeti, which was a gift from my 2 older daughters for Christmas, and I love it. And it keeps drinks cool or hot all day. And I poured some hot coffee in it. I'm excited to take a first sip out of this, first sip during this show at least, with you guys this morning. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you. Cheers to us. I think that was too aggressive of a sip. Hello, Julie Flanagan. I think that was too aggressive of a sip, because you're feeling the outside of this Yeti, and obviously it's insulated. It keeps stuff hot or cold all day. And because of that, when you grab the outside of the cup, you forget almost that it's hot. Versus when you grab a coffee cup, and I assume you guys will know what I'm talking about, you feel the heat because they're not insulated. And so you take a sip out of a coffee mug with a little trepidation. Trepidation means caution or concern or perhaps even worry, and that's going to be my word of the day. A little trepidation, and you take a small sip of coffee, lest you burn yourself. But grabbing this Yeti of coffee, I had no trepidation, and I foolishly took a big swig. Let me take one more. And almost burned my mouth. Almost burned my mouth. Let's see. Sandra Lynn asked if I've been to the new Ramsey restaurant. Again, Sandra Lynn lives in Naperville, Illinois. I've never met Sandra Lynn. We've almost crossed paths several times. We've hung out at the same Starbucks separately. We go to the same farmer's market, and we live in the same beautiful city. And she's probably just over a mile from where I am if she's at her home right now. I've never been to her home. But we live in a city, and the famous chef, what's the name? David Ramsey. Good morning, John Bradley. Um, put a restaurant in downtown Naperville. And no, I have not been to it yet. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to. I'd like to. But I don't know if like super fine dining is really my thing. If fine dining, if I'm hungry, getting hungry right now, and if I could eat anything in the world right now besides maybe a huge greasy breakfast with hash browns and a side of pancakes, it'd be going to Jackson Avenue Pub around lunchtime for one of their hamburgers. They got awesome hamburgers. And again, I am not one that, I like good food. I certainly like good food, but I like quantity and quality. And whenever I think of one of these chefs, famous chef kitchens or what have you, and Chicago's got a bunch of really beautiful restaurants, obviously. I think of really small, pretty food. And small, pretty food's not my thing. Big, greasy, overwhelming, huge hamburgers, or big, meaty and cheesy lasagna, or again, a huge omelet with hash browns, and that's what gets me excited. That's what gets me excited. Do I like Empire? No. No, I don't. I don't drink anymore. I used to go to Empire a lot. Empire's another restaurant in town. Actually, I got a friend that's a part owner, so forgive me. I hope he's not watching. They have a cool upper patio area with a glass roof that comes off in nice weather and shuts down in the cold months. Their menu is so limited there that if I go there, there's only a few things. I'd get the same thing every time. And yeah, not blown away with Empire. Gordon Ramsay. Ooh, fish and chips, steak sandwiches. Ah, all right, Gordon Ramsay, and they have burgers, fish and chips, and steak sandwiches. I like fish and chips. Maybe I should give it a try. I wonder what they charge for their fish and chips. I don't know. But anyway, I'm feeling good. It is Tuesday morning. I've talked for about 24 minutes, and I've only taken a couple sips of coffee. My schedule's fairly open today. I've got some editing of videos. I rewatch all these videos, as you guys know, and post them as shorts and TikToks and Reels on various social media platforms. I have a lot of fun doing this. If there's anybody new out there, please follow my page. I post a lot of videos, and my subjects range from, again, mental health to relationship issues to financial issues to the stock market to any question anybody ever asked me about to, I don't know, maybe addiction and what have you, because I've had a lot of experiences, and God gave me a gift of being able to tell a story that seems to resonate with an audience. Bonnie Mom, thank you so much for following the live creator. I so appreciate that. And Shannon's wondering if I'm going to take a nap later. Shannon, sometimes I don't even know that I am going to take a nap. I found myself yesterday afternoon, there was a point where I was in charge of the kids, and I don't know, somehow, and we've got it gated off, and we've got padded rooms and kid-proof rooms. So if you can ignore the occasional shrieks and screams and having a child climb on your head and hit you in the face with a remote control or squawk at you, you never know when you might drift off. And I wouldn't be surprised if I took a nap a little later. I worked out yesterday, and I did a lot of odds and ends things that are taken care of, so I don't need to take care of them today. I kind of have a free schedule. I'll probably make it to Starbucks at some point today, spend a couple hours there and work on a lot of this editing work that I do, and hopefully post a bunch of TikToks and shorts and Reels, hopefully that make a difference in some people's lives, or at least entertain them, or make them chuckle a little bit. And because that's what I do. Good morning, Jack Taylor. How are you today, Jack? You slept in, I see. I didn't even tell you what the coffee is. I did not even tell you what the coffee is. It's the Starbucks Mocha, and I think I'm coming around to it. As I discussed on my morning video, I do a morning video where I take my first sip of coffee. And I was sitting there with my daughter Eve, who was squawking and crawling around and climbing on my lap, and I was putting her down, and she was doing her thing. And I realized I'm starting to enjoy the mocha coffee that I was somewhat slow to enjoy right off the bat. And it's like a warm kind of chocolatey hug in the morning when you take a sip of it, and it's really nice. And again, this is our second pop we've had here today, and I've I've had a lot. I don't know. I don't know. So I'll drink a little more. But anyway, I don't know how much I have for you today. I hope you had a great night's sleep. And I go live every morning, pretty much at 8 o'clock, or almost every morning. And again, I talk about a wide range of subjects. I enjoy this a lot. I have a lot of fun doing it, and it feels good to me, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching. And again, if anyone's new, please follow my page. I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. I hope you're feeling good. Shannon, thanks so much for joining. And Shrink Wrap, you have a great day as well. I so appreciate you guys for hopping on today and following along in my little story that is life, and for sharing a few minutes with me and drinking some coffee with me, and being a positive part of my day. Again, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.